Hi, in this video we're going to see how to apply conditional selection in Python. Conditional selection is used when we want to compare a given condition and execute a block of code depending on whether or not this condition is satisfied. This conditional selection in Python is carried out by the command if. In this case, we can apply if condition, and the condition should be something that returns true or false, such as a relational operator. For example, if x is greater than y, then we can execute some code. Let's give this as a comment, and if this is satisfied, take into account that the indentation refers to the code, and this is again the main code. So if the condition is satisfied, the block of code inside the if statement is executed, and then in both cases, if it is satisfied or not, the code returns here to the main code. Let's say x is greater than y, and then let's say continue. In this case the condition is true, so this is executed. As you know, this could be a multiple conditions with and, or whatever, and you will see that if the condition is simple, such as this, the parentheses are not used in order to facilitate the readability of the code. In this case, we can add another else statement that refers a block of code that is executed if the condition of the if is not satisfied. So in this case, we compare this condition. If the condition is satisfied, this block of code is executed. Otherwise, this block of code is executed, and then of course in both cases this block of code is executed. So if this condition is not satisfied, is because x is lower or equal to y. In this case, as before, this condition is satisfied, but let's put another number. Then in this case, the block of code of the else is the block of code executed, since the condition of the if is not satisfied, and in this case is the same. The condition this is not satisfied, and the block of code executed is this one. These if and else conditions can be nested. This refers to the case that we have multiple conditions inside other conditions. So we can have inside the if statement, we can have another if-else statement, or inside the else statement we can have another. Let's say a common problem which refers to obtaining the maximum of 3 values. So first we can compare the two first numbers, and then we can compare, for example, the greatest of the two numbers with the third one. In this case, x is the greatest number. And what happens if this condition is satisfied but this condition is not satisfied? This causes an else statement in which the greatest number is z. And then this else, take into account the indentation please, this else refers to this first if. In this case, y is greater or equal to x. Let's say let's assume that is greater, and in this case we can compare y with the third one. If y is greater, and let's put here another else that refers to the code goes here. This means x is not greater than y, and this means y is not greater than z. So we can assume z is the greatest number. Take into account that here we are assuming that the opposite of this is that z is the greatest, but of course this else only means that y is not greater than z. It could be equal, but for sake of simplicity, let's do in this way. And of course here we are using variables, but we can use numbers. For example, in case we want to test whether or not numbers are positive, so we can compare with numbers. It will be the same than variables. So in this way we can see how to work with conditional operators by using the if-else statement, and also how to use nested conditions. Thanks for watching.